I'm Tucker Eats, and this is my Mekong Delta food adventure. There's both Viet and Cambodian influences in this region, and markets that float. So, I'm gonna see how many Delta delicacies I can squeeze into just one episode. I'm going local, I'm going regional, and I'm going in hungry. Okay, yeah. Snail? Yeah, let's do it. So another Vietnamese staple, which originates from the Mekong Delta, is banh chao, which translates to sizzling cake. But for me, it's more of a crepe. It's like this really super thin, kind of crepey material. And inside, there is lots of bean shoots. There is prawns, pork, and sea snail meat. So many herbs. That's ridiculous, right? But be careful, because this is the fishy herb, and it's nasty. Let me just try a tiny bit. Ooh. That delicious flaky crepe, really nice flavors in there, all complementing each other. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna try it with a bunch of herbs. I don't know what I'm doing here. I know what some of these are. I know the one to avoid, which is the important thing. I'm just gonna grab a bunch of stuff. So I've constructed a pretty epic piece. I put a whole bunch of chili on it. I've never eaten banh chao like this in Perth, I gotta say. Little pocket of goodness. Such herbal complexities there with all of those herbs all mixed in together. The chili is super spicy. And not to forget some sweetness from the nuoc mam. Ooh, too much chili there. Give me a minute. Oh no, hiccups. All right, goodbye. So here in Banh Tre, and I've got dried squid, which I absolutely love. And you can see them just hanging there, and they're super dry. Now, they can take a bit of eating there, but this went through the presser, so I've not tried this before. And we'll see if this is easier to eat. Takes some chewing. Give me a minute. Really delicious. You've got to really work for the flavors, and you've got to release them. You know, they're all in there, but they're all dried. Not a bit of moisture in there, so you've got to chew it and you've got to get your saliva into it. So this is typical beer food. Now, I don't have beer with me, so I hope the locals don't get upset with me, but he's also given me this chili sauce. Really delicious, and look how long that's become. It's a really strong squid flavor, but it's not like fishy. It's not like a disgusting fishiness. I like it. So strolling past this place in Banh Tre, I had to try the bun tit shao. Comes with the nuok mam, and I'm just gonna pour that all over. Bun tit shao is with fried pork and onions. Another great Mekong Delta dish. I accidentally ordered a hot pot as well, did I mention that? That was an accident, by the way. A big accident. Anyway, ignore that. Watch me eat the bun tit shao. Delicious. The pork has been marinated and it's got some herbs on it. Got peanuts, roasted peanuts, and just the bun, the vermicelli noodles, just the rice noodles. Absolutely divine with all of that nuok mam. Really delicious, simple but delicious dish, so Moorish. So a bit of herbs at the bottom as well. Have a look at that. Now that is a proper mouthful. Awesome. Does have that fishy herb though. I just tasted it, but you know, only small quantities. Maybe, I wonder if I'll acquire the taste for that fishy herb on this trip. Kinda hope not. Ciao. Can I get bun tet? Like half? Wow. All right, so the auntie has just cut up for me some bun tet. Look at that, which is glutinous rice, and then I believe that in the middle it's mung bean, wrapped in banana leaf. And then I think it's boiled bun tet. So they enjoy this at New Year's. Good, auntie. Very delicious. A delicious breakfast. So the grains of rice, they basically disappear and they become this glutinous textured cake. Not a lot of flavor there, but then the mung bean flavor is very rich. It becomes so sweet and delectable, a delicious bit of cake in the Mekong Delta here in Banh Tre. All right, time to get on the bike, I think, and start this adventure. here in Tra Vinh, and I just rode past this place and I had to stop. They're doing tieu noodles, which is, for me, it's like a southern Vietnamese style noodles. So they have this chili on the sides. That looks really nice and fiery and spicy. Got some shallots in there, maybe some garlic, I'm not too sure. And I've been watching the locals. They add some cut chili, they add some lime, and down here, they add soy sauce, not fish sauce. Mix that together, and let me try. Nice, sour, punchy, really strong flavors there. Ooh, fire as well. So I'll use that primarily as a dipping condiment for the pork that's in here. And let's have a go at this soup. So it's a really clear, light broth. But there's a richness to it, really delicious, and the taste of the shallots as well coming through. So at the bottom there's some greens, maybe some lettuce, some bean shoots, and some chives. And of course, these flat rice noodles. Good, so good. And then the pork, thinly sliced cuts of pork. She boiled that for what, 10 seconds? Let's try it with the dip. So a little secret about this stocky tieu noodles is it's probably my most eaten dish in Australia. Of course I love pho. I'd say I love pho even more than this, but it's just my go-to. If I don't know what to eat, I go to Vietnamese and I get tieu. I eat it a lot. Herbs? Maybe later. So yeah, for me, this is my ultimate comfort food. And where I eat this in Perth is at a restaurant called Tra Vinh. It's kind of like the first Vietnamese restaurant I discovered in Perth back when I was a teenager. They've been churning out that same food year after year after year. And it's just the same as it was when I first went there. Nothing fancy, delicious food. And it's good to finally be in Tra Vinh in Vietnam, which is the ancestral home of the restaurant. So the noodles, the herbs, the pork, and the sides are all absolutely delicious. For me, it's all about the stock. All right, leave me alone. Just on the outskirts of Tra Vinh and riding back into town, and I just stumbled across an animal cooking over charcoal, and it's like, well, what's a food vlogger gonna do? So stopped in. Turns out this is like a drinking place, like a karaoke joint, but luckily it's too early and so there's no singers. What I do have is this, so goat meat, I'm pretty sure it's goat, there's a chance it might be lamb, and it comes with this side of, it's like a thick soy. So let's try it. Goat meat over charcoal, delicious. The soy is really nice as well, really thick, and it's not too salty. Comes with cucumber, some daikon, and some lotus root. And it seems like with every meal, I get the kumquat and chili on the side. And then they've thrown in a bunch of skin. Let me give that a dip. Really chewy and yum. Good beer drinking food, I believe. And yeah, it's a nice dish. Nothing much to it, but you know, meat cooked over charcoal, you really can't go wrong, especially in that suckling style. All right, where's my mango salad? So wisely, I went for a mango salad as well, and it's green mango, of course, with squid. It's got peanuts, it's got lots of veg in there. So much going on. It looks absolutely like my kind of salad. So let's just pick a chunk up. Flavor overload. Tastes super herbal, as always in this part of the world. There's got so many herbs going on in there. I can see some sawtooth coriander and some mint and some Thai basil, I think. And there's other stuff in there that Please forgive me, I have no idea about. The squid shines through as well, and of course, the green mango, the sour of the green mango. So there's an example of another type of fruit. No idea what it is. Is it star fruit or something? I'm not too sure. Now this side sauce, can you see that? Not really, don't want to spill it. This is actually really wonderful. It's I think it's kumquat, so it's got a citrus going on, but then there's mango notes and pineapple notes as well. Really complex, deep flavor. It's a little bit spicy as well. Don't know what this is, but this is a wonderful, wonderful dressing. So if I just take a chunk of this, squid and all, let's add a little bit of that. Let's try now. Truly wonderful salad dish. So it's called mongko goi. I think goi means salad, and I got it with ko muk, which is the squid. Mongko goi, absolutely delicious. I came for the goat, and I stayed for the mango salad. This is absolutely divine. And I don't know if it's Cambodian origin or Vietnamese origin, but whatever it is, please let me know in the comments because I need to know what that is. It's amazing. So I've found the most amazing markets in Tra Vinh. It's, I guess it's a Sunday, so it might be just a weekend market. And I've got the che koi me, which is like tapioca pearls in this kind of gooey, stodgy kind of gelatin. And then it's got this coconut milk on the side. So another local specialty, another first for me. Really yum. Quite hard, the tapioca pearls. There's a bit of bite to it. There could be sweet potato in it. I'm not 100% sure. Let me try just by itself. Has a bit of a stewed apple vibe. I don't think there's any apple in there, but it's got that kind of vibe. Nice and busy down here. This market is incredible. And then, of course, that coconut syrup. Got a salty note in that as well. Sweet, but a little bit salty. Delicious, warming. Oh, it's warm, by the way. Did I mention that? straight from the hotel and straight here. Ban Can Tho. And it comes with the customary lettuce and herbs, the sweet and sour fish sauce, daikon and carrot as per standard. And then have a look at this. Look how spicy that looks. Delish. So first things first, gonna try it as is, and there's prawns and pork going in there, and it's got like a pastry on the outside just made of flour and a bunch of different things going on in there. Nice and crispy. Look at that prawn on the outside. Gonna dip it into the sweet and sour fish sauce, and then mung beans, taro, rice flour, and then the whole prawns as well, and of course the pork. Absolutely gorgeous. There's the taste of the whole prawn in there, so you get the head and you get the kind of the funkiness of it, and then the flour is just so flaky and soft, but it's also a bit dense as well. Dense, like has the same mouthfeel as like a pork pie or something like that. Showing my roots, right? All right, so I'm gonna make one up here. Grab a bit of lettuce. So lots of mint. Chili. So there's my masterpiece. And of course the nuong. Absolutely delicious. Sweet and sour, really spicy, super fresh, and all of the flavors of the pork pie. Really delectable, delicious dish, and it's from Can Tho. So it's as regional as we're gonna get. Highly recommended. So good. Worth the journey to the Delta, just for this one dish, I reckon. All right. Come on. All right, so street egg. Unsure what it is, but I had to stop. And what I've done is I've put a bunch of MSG, pepper, and kumquat into here, and I'm just gonna peel. Now, it might be balut, I'm not too sure. This is some variety of egg that I've never seen before, or some process that's happened to the egg to make it kind of, the whole thing looks like a yolk, I guess. So as you can see, the whole thing's yellow. If anyone knows what that is, feel free to leave a comment, because I honestly have no idea. And so here we've got this MSG, pepper, kumquat dip, and we've got some herb. So, just gonna go in. You know what that tastes like? That tastes much less scary than I was anticipating. So, I think I got away with one here. I was thinking it was balut. I was thinking it was gonna test my boundaries, but actually we're in a kind of safe territory. It just tastes like egg. The dip is really lovely. Super salty MSG, pepper, and kumquat kick, real citrus vibes going on. And the egg, how would I describe it? It tastes like a mild scrambled eggs. All right, let's go eat something else. All right, I found a great little restaurant in town and I've gone a little bit overboard. It's all Mekong Delta fare, and starting with the elephant ear fish. which has been deep fried and looking absolutely divine. It's got a whole bunch of sides, banana, cucumber, pineapple, lots of herbs, some lettuce, peanuts. There's also some eggplant. And I think the idea is that you wrap it in the rice paper roll. Now it does have vermicelli on the side, but it doesn't fit onto the table, so you're gonna have to take my word for it. What else we have is dien dien xiao and mum chung. You can get this all over Vietnam, but I've been informed that this is a specialty of the region, so it's slightly different. So let's see, it's like a pork patty. Wow, so good. So there's egg on top, and then inside there's this pork mince. Now, I'm thinking that this is the thing that you'd normally get with the com tam duck biet, like a piece of this on the side, and it's been steamed. Steamer's just behind me. So because it's still in the container that it was steamed in, it's still really juicy. Divine, divine stuff. That is the best I've had, I think. There is a sweetness about it. I've heard the Mekong Delta version of this is a little bit sweeter, and oh, stunning, stunning dish. Now, dien dien xiao, which has sesbacean flowers, if I've pronounced that right. I've never heard of them, but they're these little yellow flowers. It comes with a bunch of bean shoots, chives. What else do I see? There's fried garlic on top and little delta prawns. So let's try. Real subtle flavor, like a kind of water spinach kind of vibe, but you do get a little bit of bitterness in there from the flowers, and of course the shrimp as well. You get that kind of funk from the shrimp. Now the stock itself is an extremely light soy with a little bit of sweet in it. Like a really great, simple, stir-fried, fresh side dish. I really rate it. Now, it's time for the elephant ear. And how am I gonna do this? So I just pulled off a nice chunk from the back of the elephant ear fish. I love how they've done the scales. They just deep fry it and they just kind of stand up to attention. So it comes with this sauce. Have a little dip. And let's try. So a beautiful white freshwater fish here. Really nice and juicy, moist, tender. And the sauce, that is a really sour tamarind. There's clearly sugar in there too, to kind of balance, and chili. No shortage of flavor in that, lots of tamarind. All right, I'm gonna attempt to wrap one of these. Look at that crispy, nice, beautiful. Let me try to wrap that. So, would you say that's a botched rice paper roll? So the freshness of the herbs, the sweetness of the pineapple, and then the crunchiness of that fried skin. That is absolutely wonderful. So another Mekong Delta specialty, bun nuk leo, and it's another noodle soup, just with the rice noodles again. This time it's a fermented fish stock with lemongrass vibes and some really interesting herbs on the side. So there's bean shoots, that's not the special one, but there's nai bun. And I'm just gonna have a guess and say that's nai bun, but there is also that. I don't know. Anyway, it's all gonna go in. So as well as the vermicelli noodles, I see pork, I see prawns, lots of herbs at the bottom. All right, so let's try this stock. Oh, yum. This is the first time I've had this. Really delicate. I was expecting it to be a bit fishy because of the fermented fish base, but not at all. Subtle, delicious lemongrassy. That is actually divine. If I could get this in Perth, I would get this as well. So the stock, it's fermented fish, lemongrass, and it's quite salty. And a nice little chunk of fish there as well. Looks very salty, looks like chili salt. Add some chili. Got some lime juice here. This condiment of chili, lime, and the salt, the chili salt. Let's try it with this fish. Very nice, very spicy. Tastes like a freshwater fish as well. And look at that, look at all those herbs. So Bun Nuk Leo, another specialty of the Mekong Delta, here in Can Tho, loving life. So really delicious, but as always, I've got to say, it's all about the stock. And the Vietnamese, they really know how to do a stock. They're just, all of them, they're just sensational. Xin chào. Can I get one bun thit nung? Yeah.
Okay. Hello.
Come on.
One tea.
Come on. So, Cai Rang floating markets, bun thit nung. Bun, of course, is the vermicelli noodles. You've got tit, which is pork, and nuong, which is grilled. Another dish I am very familiar with. So they put the sweet and sour fish sauce on here, the nuok mam, and bean shoots, etc. So then, let's try. So good. Does it taste better because it's floating? Maybe. And let's try some of this thit nung. Delicious, fatty grilled pork. Peanuts, bean shoots, vermicelli noodles, mint, nuok mam, and some chili as well. So, bun nem nung, delicious breakfast. You know what makes it better? Durian, of course. Xin chào. Do you have sour sop? Sour sop? Come on. Can you cut it? Durian. Let me see. There's a feeding frenzy happening. All right. Woo! No plastic. Here. Come on. Bye-bye. Bye-bye, durian people. We got to chop this up.
Bảy ơi, có cái dao sẽ dùng cái mãng cầu bảy. Có cái dao bảy.
Huh. Come on. Too hard?
bán kỳ cục.
They sold me hard one.
Không ăn, không ăn rồi.
Oh no. No good? Let's see.
Ok không?
Để mai chín gì hả bạn?
Mai chín lại đúng nước, mai chín lại. Chơi gì ăn liền.
Come on. Here, I give you this. Thank you.
Cảm ơn.
All right, so just a couple of fruits on the Mekong Delta. Soursop, and of course the king, durian. I'll just take a chunk and show you. The lovely lady helped process this because I don't have any tools. And you can see what the inside of the flesh is like. Now, she was unimpressed when she cut into it because it is slightly underripe, so it's not the best soursop I've ever had, but real pineapple flavors. It's like pineapple, a little bit of apple in there as well, and just tropical, very tropical flavors. If you get it blended into a shake, absolutely delicious. As for the king, this one's nice and mild, just soft, creamy, delectable, delicious durian. Also makes good shakes. Well, boys and girls, that was my Mekong Delta food adventure, done and dusted. And what a great place. This city, Can Tho, is super, super cool. And also the small town of Vinh with that amazing market. Really cool places, both with kind of French Indochina vibes. When I think about Can Tho, I'm thinking half Saigon, half Phnom Penh, and much smaller. So I know it's a great place. They're both great cities, and this has, you know, a bit of both. So I don't know, I feel like I could spend some serious time in this city. And the people are just so friendly down here. They're friendly, they're honest, they're just chill. Yeah, I really feel like they're good people. And the food, well, this episode speaks for the food, right? It's amazing, amazing food. And you know what I've shown you is the stuff from the Mekong Delta, but they've got all of the Vietnamese food down here. You know, I've had some amazing, amazing food that's not even made this video. There's a banh mi place just by my hotel, and I saw truckloads of people just coming and going, local people. I'm like, damn, I better try this place. And that was, seriously, it was one of the best banh mi's I've ever had. Sign me up. I'm moving to Can Tho. Yeah, so anyway, a little fun drinking game that you can do is watch this episode back and have a drink every time I botch a Vietnamese word. Next, on to southern Thailand, where I'll be making some more content for you. So stay tuned, like and subscribe. I'll see you next time.